So this did work out perfectly. Yes. And I will go back later and I will erase the lines. I don't want to do them right now because the ink is still a little wet. Even though it's a ballpoint pen, it'll smudge. A good way to seal things is to get your heat gun and give it a hit of heat. All right, I'm really liking this. Now, I did get another card. Let's put the pieces back where they belong. And I am putting the pieces where they belong, and I'm using some clips just to hold them in place. And this will go there. I will take his finger down a little bit. And that looks good. And I could do that there. It all just falls into place. I'm going to take a little bit off of that skeleton, just on the bottom. I have not seen these paper cutters at Dollar Tree. This is a Fisker's, and it is my favorite. You can certainly get them at, use a coupon at like one of the craft stores. That looks good there. I think I'm going to take a little bit more off it because I want to mat that. But I don't want to lose his face. Some things you just have to look at and look at and look at and try to decide. This I will not be able to mat. That and that is good. I am thinking those are the 3 pictures. I did have a graveyard, but I think this is really cute. This other card that I got. I think that'll look really, really cute right there. And I want the words. That will go there, and it can come up a little bit. This is really cute. Now, I am going to mat this one to start because I want to use up stuff that I have. I can mat this right here on the orange. Right there. So there'll be no waste. I am going to show you how to mat using my quilting ruler. So the first thing I need to do is put that down, and you can put that down with wet glue or a tape runner, and they do have tape runners at the Dollar Tree. Let me get my tape runner. So I have this super duper tape runner, which I have had forever. It's by Scotch, Advanced Tape Glider. But remember, you can purchase runner tape at the Dollar Tree. I am going to put that down right there. So I have my ruler, and I am lining the 1/4 inch line. Is it a quarter? 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it's an 1/8. So I think earlier I said this ruler was broken down into quarters. It's not, it's 1/8. So it does give you the 1/8 mark. And that is what I'm doing. I want a very narrow mat for this guy. So I am measuring at the 1/8. Make sure the red line is always at the exact same spot on all 4 sides. So now I will get my paper cutter. And I like this because you probably can't see it, but it has a line. And I am going to match that. Well, first I'll give this a trim. It'll be easier. Okay, now I'm going to take that line and line it up with the, it's a ditch. There's a ditch in there. And there's also, it has a wire on it. And I could also use that to line things up. And I think in this case, that wire line is best. So line it up with the wire line if you have a Fiskars. And I'm sure that those of you that scrapbook are very familiar with your cutters. It is good to have a guideline. Perfect, and it looks pretty perfect. So let's take a peek and see how it fits over here. It fits fine. I would have liked to put a black, another mat on that, but there's not enough room unless I cut some of this off. And I can actually bring it up. You know what I am? The black will make it pop out more. So let me go and get a black piece of paper. There is some black on here. But there's the fence too. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with using this, even though it has some fence on the bottom. I think it'll be fine. If I come to the middle, it'll be the same. It'll be darker over there. All these decisions when you're doing scrapbooking, actually if I bring it right down there, I won't have any of the fence. Do I want some lines? I don't know. I think I might. All right. I did bring it up. I don't know how much of those lines are going to show, but once again, I do my ruler to make the mat. And you should do this with a mechanical pencil, and I'll tell you why. A regular pencil, you'll use it a few times and the edge changes. It gets wider. Where if you use a mechanical pencil, you can really dig into your cardstock, and the line is pretty consistent all the way around. Might be a little hard to see on this dark card material, but I think I'll be all right. All right, let me trim that up. I'm really impressed with myself that I used just the stuff that I bought at the Dollar Tree, meaning the card, and using some of the card as cardstock. And this is really hard to see. Let's see, there and there. I think, yeah, it looks pretty good. And I'll go on this side. I think I'm going to make it really dark so I can see it. All right, let's see. Thank you, Jesus, for this wire. That one came out a little crooked. Oh well. Let's see if I can live with it. If not, I'll have to get a piece of black cardstock and do it over. I can see that that is off just a little bit, but I'm going to have to live with it. I'll put that up there. I'll put this over here. I would like to, should I do it in black or should I do it, I should just do it in the orange. Oh, look, there's a spider. I'm going to have to use him somewhere if I can. This will be a lot easier to see my pencil marks on the orange paper. So there I go. So remember, find that 1/8 of an inch. I want it to be an 1/8 of an inch. You can certainly have it. If you have more room, you can make your mat a little wider. I like double matting things. like doing the orange and then a black, and sometimes you need your picture to be bigger than what it is, and by matting it does that. It enlarges your picture. All right, that is good. Line up my wire.